in, try to get some turnovers. Nice
pass to the face. Newell made it tough and gets the rebound, starts the break in transition. Oh, it's thrown. And a steal. Keonté Kennedy rams it home. And a 6-0 run.
A great job defensively of taking Cal out of what they want to do. We need to continue to do that. We can't let them get rolling.
Oh, Keonté Kennedy.
Tree misses strong with the layup attempt. Now Cal pushing it. Tyson. Kennedy throws it down.
That's his. Got to keep him from going left.
Kennedy. Tough fader. Doesn't matter. Keonté Kennedy.
Our good friend David Hall.
See how Cal attacks his zone. They're trying to screen the top of it, which is one way to do it. You can get the ball to nail the foul line. Kennedy knocks it.
Oh, Amac batted that out. Another clean takeaway for Cal. And the spot up by Kennedy.
There it is.
That there uses his speed to beat the defender and then rise up.
Now the Ducks answer on a 7-0 run. Kennedy dancing, spins, the scoop. Beautiful move by Keonté.
Hello, and my name is Stephen Bagell from the Bird Rights Podcast and the One and Done College Basketball Podcast. I am here with Keonté Kennedy, who just recently played for the University of California. And Keonté, as I said, Bird Rights is an NBA pod, One and Done's a college basketball pod, and this is kind of where my worlds collide, is draft season, where I kind of get the best of both worlds from that aspect. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing you. So first of all, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. So, yeah, let's just get right into things. My first question is, you played this past year at Cal for Mark Madsen, and you played the previous year at Memphis for Penny Hardaway. What is it like, playing for two former pros, your two senior years in college basketball?
Oh, it was great. They're two different dudes, totally two different dudes, but they both play at the highest level. You got Penny, who I played with. He's in an elite category, top 75 player of all time, on shoe brand. But he's a 6'9" point guard, kind of with a Kobe mentality, real attention to detail, especially on the defensive end. So playing with him is just a different mentality. You see the game from a different mindset, and it motivates you and it pushes you. And then Mark Madsen, on the other hand, someone who's more blue collared, grinded and worked his way all the way through, won 2 championships with Shaq and Kobe, and was like a glue guy, energy. So he brings a lot of motor and just hard work. So, he brought a lot of discipline and just consistency. Everyday guy is something I learned from him a lot.
Okay. And before you played in Memphis and Cal, you also had the opportunity to play in both Xavier and UTEP. When you first transferred from Xavier to UTEP, you had to sit out and redshirt a year. Kind of walk me through that year. What was that like?
That year was just a year just to get better. You had to grind, fill my body out. I was young going into college. I was 17 going into college. So being able to get my body right, get a year older, a year under, at the time, Coach Rodney Terry in that system. So I could be more prepared for that next season coming up. It was just a great year. Obviously it's hard to practice every day and not play, but it was great. I got to learn a lot, both on and off the court. I had some vets, some older dudes that were able to help me out and guide me through that process. So it was a good experience just for the development of my work.
Okay. And now, obviously, you are preparing for the NBA draft. What do you want to prove to NBA teams throughout the pre-draft process?
Just the number one thing is that I belong. Everything that I've come to show, that I can show, it's been earned. Nothing has just been given to me. I've worked for it. I moved all the way from Colorado to Texas to be in the position I am now. So I just want to show them that I can compete, that I belong there, and I do what's asked. I'm a two-way player, so I'm gonna do whatever's asked of me. I'm a great teammate, so I just want to be able to show them that I influence the game, like playing and even off the court. So.
You measured at 6'5" with about a 6'10.5" wingspan, and you have a 43-inch vertical. With that said, what position, do you see yourself playing at the next level?
I see myself as a 2-guard, combo guard. But I'm someone I can feel like I play the 1 through the 4, especially with today's basketball, how with smaller foremen, more small ball. I think I could guard the 1 through the 4. So one thing, growing up, they say you guard the position you play. So I see myself like stationed as a 2 combo, but you know what I'm saying, with great players and great guards, I might get 3 or the 4, and I could still find a way to get the job done at an efficient level.
How would you describe yourself as a person off the court to an NBA team?
We're relaxed, confident, but real humble. Growing up, I always like playing the video games, so I'm a gamer. I always like being competitive in some type of aspect. I have a new hobby now, pickleball, and my friends been playing that all spring and summer on the weekends. And we didn't get competitive. We think we want to start joining a club or something like that. But I love bowling, things like that, where it still keeps me active, but also just chill. But I mean, I'm a competitor, so I like to be competitive, and then I just like to just take my time for myself just to hang out.
How competitive are you?
I'm very competitive. Like I said, me and my boys, we trying to join a league.
Okay.
Yeah, so once I get into something, I'm trying to be the best of what I can do, be the best for myself. So,
is there a specific player that you either watched growing up or that you model your game after? Or I guess answer both of those questions if you could.
Okay. Well, right now, since like growing up, KD's always my favorite player. I think he's one of the greatest scorers of all time. But growing up, MJ, like my mom used to get mad at me because I used to write MJ on everything I could. Walls, outlets, everything. Just I wanted to be like Mike. That was like the greatest player of all time. He still is. But like for my game where I am right now, I think like as I got older and I started watching players that like around my size, my build, I would say like a Bradley Beal come into the league, a 2-way, score the ball, combo guard. And there's players in the league who I can see myself as right now, like especially at Memphis. I felt like I could be like a CP3, like KCP is for the Nuggets. 2-way, he could play above the rim, play in transition. He's athletic. He can make a play when needed. You got players like Christian Brung on that team. I could be an Isaiah Joe to a team. So I feel like throughout my career, I've shown I could do so many different things. But there's different players in the league that I can see my game can model as on different teams. Tim Hardaway Jr. was one of my favorites growing up. Went to Michigan, 2-guard, could really shoot the ball, stretch the floor. So those are some guys I've looked at in the NBA that I see I could fit.
And what do you think you would add to a professional team's locker room, off the court?
I think I bring some leadership for sure. Always doing things the right way on and off the court. I feel like I'm good at bringing guys together. I have like this joy about myself. I mean, I love the game I play, and I bring that passion on and off the court. So I think I'm able to gel with guys from different regions, especially with me being at different schools and moving. I'm able just to connect with people and build relationships healthily and in a quick manner. So I think I could bring just like a camaraderie and just positivity around to any program that I touch.
Okay, is there anything specifically that you're focusing on improving during the pre-draft, like while you're training?
Obviously, with how basketball's changing right now, 3-point shooting is the number one thing. I've shown that I can shoot the ball at a high clip. Now I want to show that I'm consistent with that. I shot 43%. While I was at Memphis, led the conference. At Cal, I started off struggling, but I finished the last 8 games shooting like 42, 43%. So I just want to show that I'm consistent. I can shoot the 3 ball. Obviously, I'm a 2-way player. I always want to, and I'm willing to guard the other team's best player. But I'm working on my ball handling, reading screens, and just all the little things. But shooting is number one, obviously, because that's your way. That's how the NBA is coming to is 3-pointers. So just shooting.
Okay. Is there anything you want any professional, whether it's NBA team, G League team, that you want them to know about you that maybe they don't already know just by, watching your film?
I'm a warrior. I'm a competitor. I feel like every program I've touched, I've won and I've left better. And I just want to know that I just belong. And like I said, I've never had anything given to me. I've worked for everything, and I'm just ready to compete when I get the opportunity. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. What's your greatest accomplishment as a player on the basketball court?
Like I said, Memphis winning the AAC conference championship and going to the tournament. I mean, that's something all players that play college basketball want to do is go to the tournament. So being able to have that dream completed, I mean, I was one I couldn't ask for anything better out of my college career is a ring. So even getting that ring, and that's probably the best thing that I've had this far.
Okay. I have one final question. Obviously, we discussed how you played at Xavier, you sat out a year, then played at UTEP, then Memphis, then Cal. Obviously, you're an older draft prospects, but, you see guys like Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Jalen Brunson, even undrafted guys like, I don't know, Austin Reeves and Alex Caruso. We see time and time again, every year, older prospects who fall in the draft due to either lack of perceived upside or because they're older, and they always fly under the radar and end up being, productive. Does that motivate you at all?
It does in a way, but I feel like I'm self motivated in a way too. That I feel like the work that I've put into it, I feel like it's all gonna pay out, and I'm gonna get everything that I earned and deserve. And just like those guys, they battled, they fought, they've been great players, and they were given an opportunity, and they ran with it. And so that's all I'm looking for is an opportunity, just like those guys did, and do the same thing. Caruso, Reeves, Draymond, they're all off to great careers. Had great careers to this point. And just because they got that one opportunity, but they've worked for it and they stayed down and stayed ready. And that's the same kind of thing. I'm just staying ready to my number's called.
Okay. Well, again, I'm looking forward to, watching your journey. The draft is a little less than a month away. And again, I'm rooting for you. So good luck with everything. Good luck the remainder of the draft process. And I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.